Okay, so I am always saying, first of all, happy VA Wednesday. We need to start there. Happy VA Wednesday. So I'm always saying that VA is going to beat FHA every single time. However, there's one exception to this, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about today when FHA is a better idea than VA. I know, it's scary. So if you like this, please like it, subscribe if you haven't, and if you hate me, hit the dislike. Hopefully that's not what's happening, but you know. Okay, so when would FHA be better? Now, would FHA be better if you, the military member, are buying a house for yourself to live in? No. Is FHA better because the builder said it was better and they want you to use that loan instead of VA? No. Is FHA better because the real estate agent said, well, sellers like FHA offers more? God, no. Those are all bullshit. So the only time FHA is gonna be better than VA, are you ready for this? I feel like I need a drum roll. Those are my sound effects. Okay. Is if you're buying with a non-veteran, you do not have great credit, and you need a low down payment. Okay, so let's talk about that. There's a lot of veterans that want to buy with non-veterans. They may be dating someone who's a non-veteran. They're not ready to put that ring on the finger. They're boyfriend-girlfriend or girlfriend-girlfriend or boyfriend-boyfriend, whatever the situation is, okay? With VA, if it's a veteran and a non-veteran that is not a spouse, once again, let me repeat that. If you're a spouse, you're cool, but if you're not a spouse, there is a down payment requirement for that person. So VA is like, hey, you're a veteran, I'll insure you. If you were married, I would totally insure you both. I know, old-timey, right? But with the person who's not a veteran, they're like, yeah, we're not insuring that portion of the loan, so forget it. Which basically means that if it's a veteran and a non-veteran, not a spouse, you're looking at about 12.5% down. Okay, now 12.5% down is a big chunk of change, and often people do not have that. So generally, if I'm working with, I'm just going to use this as, you know, we also get, besides like, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, is we'll get like mother, son, you know, maybe mama's a veteran, but the son's not, and they're going to live together and they want to buy the house using VA. Well, even though they're blood, right, we're going to have to get a down payment for the kids part. So there's two ways to go about this. And let's say that the credit scores, you know, if your credit scores are over 700, I'm going to be looking at a conventional 3 to 5% depending on your personal situation. If your credit scores are under 700, let's say you're 640, 660, FHA can be a really great solution at that point, okay? So that's when I would be advising FHA. FHA can go down to a 580 credit score. The only other loan that I have that does that is VA. Okay, now look, lenders are the ones setting that credit score guideline. So I want to be really clear on that. There are some lenders that will go lower, and there are some lenders that won't go that low. So for us, 580 credit score is going to be either FHA or VA. So if you're like a 600, you know, and you're buying with a non-veteran, okay, and you really want that person on the loan, we're going to be looking at FHA, okay, because conventional is not going to be an option. Conventional is going to be a 620 plus credit score, and when we really start looking at the rates and the mortgage insurance, okay, if your credit score is over 700, conventional is usually better. Under 700, you're usually going to be looking at FHA. So the only time as a veteran FHA really makes sense. Oh no, I just thought of another one. We'll have to do another video. The only time, except for this other time we'll talk about later, that doing FHA instead of VA makes sense is if you're buying with a non-veteran who is not your spouse, okay, so that you only have to do that 3.5% down instead of that 12.5% down. Now, of course, if you have the money, VA is going to be better because VA does not have mortgage insurance and it does not have an upfront mortgage insurance premium. But if you don't have that 12.5%, FHA can be a great way to get in, 3.5% down. Yes, it has mortgage insurance. Yes, it has an upfront mortgage insurance premium, but if you're trying to buy with a non-veteran, it can be an excellent solution. So I hope this video has been helpful. I know it was quick, but I feel like it was pretty there's not a lot to really go in with it. It's just an option. And that's what you guys need to know is that, whenever you're reaching out to me or you're talking to Alyssa or Jen or Sam or any of us, we're providing you guys with options. And this is one that's been coming up a lot. So I thought, let's do a video on it. Just make sure people know, there's ways to look at this. So as always, I am licensed in 48 states, everywhere but Rhode Island and Utah. If you guys have questions, comments, get on my calendar, call my cell phone, put a comment here, and I will always do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching, guys.